Okay, today's lesson is about slope. You should be all familiar with slope because you have been studying all about slope since you were in 8th grade math and algebra 1. So you should be experts of slope. This is the steepness of the line. And as you see over here, it is the variable m. And we are calculating the rise over the run. The rise is our y coordinates. That's y2 minus y1. We're finding the distance between them over x2 minus x1. Okay, so here we have our formula, and here we have our examples. First thing you probably want to do is you want to label your points. That helps you organize what numbers belong in what part of the formula. So here, for example 1, we have -2. That is our first x coordinate. And then we have 2, which is our first y coordinate. And those subscripts here, the ones, indicate that's the first point. And we have 3, which is the second x coordinate, and then we have 5, which is the second y coordinate. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. That way, when we go plug into the formula, we'll put the numbers in the correct spots. So from here, all we have to do is plug in. So our slope is going to equal y2. Y2 we've labeled 5. Minus y1, which we've labeled 2, over x2, which we've labeled 3, minus x1, which is -2. Okay, so those minus signs are a part of the formula, and that -2 is part of the coordinate. And anytime we have a double negative together, we're saying what's the opposite of the negative number? Okay, well, the opposite of the negative number is a positive. So we will need to change the sign on that. And then from here, all we need to do is simplify. We need to simplify and use order of operations. So 5 minus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So we get a slope of 3/5. Okay, over here on example 2, I want to label my points just like I did before. So 5 is my x1. -4 is my y1. Remember, they come in x and y coordinates. 2 is my x2. -8 is my y2. Okay, then I'm going to come over and plug them into the formula. So my slope is going to equal y2, which is -8, minus y1, which is -4, over x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is 5. And again here, I see we have a double negative. That means take the opposite of the negative number, and the opposite of a negative number is positive, which is why we changed the signs. Okay, from here, I'm going to simplify. Now I have -8 plus 4. That's going to give me a -4. And I have 2 minus 5, which is a -3. Well, guess what? I have two negatives. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, so that will change signs. And our final slope is 4/3. Okay, remember that we are going to be simplifying, just adding and subtracting in our numerators and denominators, and we're going to be using order of operations. And that concludes our slope lesson.